company.
In a bid to raise funds to better maintain our freeways, the Gauteng Freeway Improvement Project was officially launched in 2007. Intentions to toll off sections of Gauteng's freeways were published in a government gazette and the public was asked to comment. The feedback from the public was less than favourable as they were dead set against e-tolls. However, SANRAL moved forward with the implementation, dismissing the public's feedback. So the inception of e-tolls was met with resistance. The Organisation of Undoing Tax Abuse, Outa, has led a number of movements. Their mission statement: a prosperous country free from the abuse of authority and governed with efficient use of tax revenue. Outa applied for urgent interdicts in early 2012 at the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria against the implementation of e-tolls. Following a tug-and-war for over a year, the organisation lost its final appeal in October 2013. The tolls went live 3 months later. Consumers are already hard-pressed, fuel prices continue to climb, food prices are going up, and electricity tariffs are set to go up. How are they expected to dig deeper into their pockets to pay for e-tolls and the maintenance of roads? Despite all of this, consumers continue to play a part in keeping the GDP in check.
I think it is somewhat encouraging that the consumers were still doing reasonable in that quarter. Of course, we like consumers to be able to spend more, but the fixed investment story was still negative, so another contraction there, and this worries us.
It's clear from the latest GDP figures that consumers are still finding it difficult to save and invest. How could they be expected to pay for e-tolls if their disposable income is being eroded? So the argument has been that the implementation of the Gauteng Freeway Improvement Project has benefited the economy and the people of Gauteng. And there is some truth to that. In general, transport projects that improve accessibility help enhance businesses' ability to provide goods and services, and by extension, people's ability to access education, employment and services. And transport continues to make a positive contribution to GDP.
If you see growth in agriculture, that produce has to be transported from place to place. You see growth in manufacturing, it also has to be transported from place to place. So if you see all the other sectors, in actual fact, 6 out of 10 of the sectors, they contributed positively to economic growth in the fourth quarter, which would have meant that the transport sector will also benefit and grow positively. So my expectations will be, going forward, the transport sector will continue to benefit as long as all these other sectors continue to grow.
Still, the lack of consideration for the average South African's pocket, who is already strapped for cash, being expected to fork out money to maintain our roads, speaks to a lack of empathy. While the hourglass marking time on SANRAL survival also tells the moral limits of markets.